Ninth paragraph. Babu, Mohan said as they settled down to work. Sit out in the front room and keep a watch. So Mohan said Babu, okay, as they started to do the work, okay, to go out in the front door, that means front room, and keep a watch. Give us a warning if anybody seems to be coming to our house. So Mohan is sending Babu to sit outside and give them a warning if anybody comes to their house. Manju, go to bed, or else, he went on, noticing her crestfallen. Okay, so he told Manju to go to bed, but looking at her, noticing her crestfallen, that means she felt very bad. Okay, she was in a sad manner. She was feeling very bad when she was told to go to bed. Then he says, okay, you sit here in the hall and pass on Babu's warning to us. Okay, so Mohan suggested Babu to sit outside and give them the intimation if anybody come to their house, and told Manju to go to bed, but after finding her, she is in a bad, that means in a sad condition, so he tells her to sit in the hall and pass on Babu's warning to them. Babu was outside, alert, attentive, and he felt a thickening in the throat. That means he felt excited. It was beginning. At last he was doing something. Okay, what a pity, Gopya. Okay, he felt at least he was doing something. So he felt that he is doing something for the sake of the country, and that too secretly. Gopya, that means secretly. Okay, where Murli and other would never know. Murli and other his friends. Whatever he is doing, he feels that everything is doing secretly. Okay, Gaupya, with secret. Okay, and never know about perhaps someday. So he thinks that someday these people may know what they are doing. He checked himself, kept his eyes and mind on the road outside. So he was sitting outside and watching who comes to his house. Okay, and it was deserted. Okay, there were no one on the road. Okay, while at 9 o'clock siren went off. Babu thought for the first time that day of the war being fought all over the world, and suddenly come out of his reverie. So he was in a dream that they are starting something, okay, and they are doing something secretly against the British, and this is kind of the war, okay, and he was in all this reverie in a dream. Then afterwards he come out to the real, okay, fact, and he learned, that means he come to know that a man riding a bike got off and stopped right outside their gate. So he found a man, okay, from in the bike. He stops there near the gate, but it was only to light a cigar. Okay, so the man who had got off from the bike, he had stopped to just light his cigarette. Okay, Babu could see the match flaring, then the glow in front of the man's face. So he was lighting his cigar. Okay, just saw his face. Then small point of light moved as the man got off his bike and rode away. So he stopped there to lit his cigar, and after that he moved away. At the small point of one more bike, Babu flung himself inside. Manju turned a startled face to him. Someone is coming too. So after the bike had passed away, another bike stopped near the gate, and this time Babu flung. He jumped inside. Okay, Manju startled. Startled means shocked. Okay, Manju, she was sitting in the hall to pass the message, right? Once she saw Babu running inside, she startled. She shocked. Okay, and someone coming in. So he cries inside, saying that someone is coming. 11th paragraph. There was silence. Okay, from inside the puja room, their faces looked at him blankly. Okay, puja room, usually you know that we light a lamp and it will be dim. Okay, in that dim light, Amma, Manju, Mohan, they were inside the puja room. In that light, they looked, okay, in a peculiar way. Shadows quivered. Shadows quivered means shake, and danced as the wick in the oil lamp flickered. Flickered means unsteady. Okay, and fizzed, weak. Then Amma got up and came out, followed by Mohan. Okay, Babu and Manju, they came running, shouting that there is someone. So as soon as they come inside, Amma and Mohan, they came outside the puja room. Okay, and Suman stayed inside. Suman, she was left inside only. Mohan, close the door of the room. Okay, Manju, go to bed. Babu, you too. So Amma suggested Mohan to close the puja room, and she also told Manju and Babu to go to bed. 12th paragraph. There was a knock at the door. Somebody was knocking the door. Babu rushed to his room, unrolled his bedroll. Unroll. So Babu, he unrolled his bed and threw himself. He put the bed and he slept on it. A knock again. Who is there? Amma called out. Knock, knock. Again they heard the knock. Mohan, go and see who it is. Okay. Manju, who had got into bed too, noticed that though Amma's voice was steady, her hands trembled. Trembled, shaking. Though Amma was steady, firm while she was speaking, but Manju found her mother was tensed. Okay. Then Mohan, go and see who it is. Manju, who had got into the bed, noticed that though Amma's voice was ready, her hands trembled. Mohan came in saying, Amma, it's Patil, the sub-inspector. So the person who come to Mohan's house is Sub-Inspector Patil. Okay. Amma held Manju's hand in tight, hurtful clutch. Okay. Though her voice was still cool and calm, what does he want? So she asked, what does he want? He want to talk to you. To me. The hand relaxed. Manju drew her own hand back and rubbed it softly. So Mohan informed Amma that Sub-Inspector had come, and he also told that he wants to speak with Amma. Okay. 13th paragraph. I haven't come to trouble you, a strange voice said. Strange voice here is Sub-Inspector Patil. I haven't come to trouble you. Your husband was my friend in school. So he's saying, Sub-Inspector Patil is telling that teacher, that is Mohan's father, was a friend in school. I'm a friend. Amma got up quickly and went out. Manju waited a moment and followed her. Manju, she was in the bed. That means she was in the room, okay, where Amma had told them to sleep. So Manju, she waited a moment and followed Amma. There was Babu also coming out of the room. So Babu also came out of the room, making a show of having been woken out of a deep sleep. Okay, they both come out from the room as if they had come out from the deep sleep. Okay, rubbing their eyes, yawning loudly and repeatedly, mumbling. Okay, speaking in a quiet and indistinct way. Okay, Babu and Manju, okay, they are coming out of the room as if, okay, they have woken up from the deep sleep. Okay, rubbing their eyes, yawning loudly and repeatedly, mumbling in a grumpy voice, spoken in a quiet and indistinct way. What's it? Who is it? But nobody paid him any attention, and soon Babu was talking in everything with the greatest curiosity. 14th paragraph. The man was a really police officer. He didn't look like one in his dingy clothes. Person who had come saying that he is a inspector and a friend of a teacher, was not looking like a policeman because his clothes were dingy. Dingy means gloomy, dull. Okay. He was saying to Amma, yes, we were in school. So he is introducing and he is telling about a teacher to Amma like this. He says, we were in school. We are means sub-inspector and the teacher of Mohan's father. They were in school together. Oh yes. He was far above me. Far above means he was a scholar. That means he was well known. That means he was highly educated, well informed. Okay, he was a scholar. And I was one the dunce. Dunce means slow learner. Okay, dunce, slow learner. Okay, it's saying that they both were friends and teacher was above him. That means he was a scholar, he was well educated and highly informated. That means he was a person who knew everything. Okay, and he was one of the, and police inspector, that is sub-inspector, was a dunce, a slow learner. And he also helped me. So he's saying teacher also had helped him several times. Okay, God knows how often I would have been caned but for him. So he says, if the teacher wouldn't been there, God knows how many times I would have been caned, how many times he would have been punished. Okay, so here is trying to say that the teacher had helped him several times in his school days. So he had come to help him. Okay, please, Patil Sahib, Amma said, rather impatiently. So, impatiently, eager manner. Please, sub-inspector. Okay, Amma said, rather impatiently, tell me why are you here? So, she is asking sub-inspector, tell her why is he there. It's like this. Suddenly, the man was brisk and businesslike. So, he is ready to tell why he is here. His glance swept all of them. That means he looked at everyone, okay, taking them all in shrewdly. Okay, certainly this man was no dunce. There's going to be a searching in your home. Okay, so he told that there is going to be a search in your home. Okay, so this is the information he wanted to give to Mohan and his family, that there is going to be a search in their house. When? Most probably tonight. Okay, so sub-inspector had come to help the family, saying that there is going to be a search in their house, most probably that night. I heard the Sahib talking. So he says he heard his officer talking. And they were speaking of a cyclostyle machine. So he also says that he heard his officer speaking about the cyclostyle machine also. And it seems you people are making copies of Mahatma Gandhi's speech. So he had come to know from his officer that these people are having a cyclostyle machine and they are making copies of Mahatma Gandhi's speech. And they say you have people hiding here as well. Okay, this is all information that he had collected. Okay, he heard from his officer saying that Mohan's family, that is Mohan, in the Mohan's house, there is a cyclostyle machine. They are making copies of Mahatma's speech, and there are some people hiding in their house and making all these things. So with this information, he had come to Mohan's house. Okay. Mohan scoffed. Scoffed means laughed. But you have the cyclostyle machine. No. So sub-inspector said, but you have cyclostyle machine? No. Mohan repeated angrily, you're wasting time spying on us. So he said angrily, you're wasting time spying on us. Tell me. The man ignored Mohan and spoke to Amma. So sub-inspector is asking, Amma, tell me whether you have the machine, cyclostyle machine with you or not. Yes. Amma replied simply. And Mohan made an angry hissing sound. So Mohan was not happy when mother told that there is a cyclostyle machine in their house. Where is it? Amma, you have gone. Okay, so where is it? Amma went inside. Manju's heart began beating wildly. Why was Amma giving them away? Give it to me. I will get it out of the way. You can have it when it is safe. Mohan burst out again. Amma, what are you doing? How can you trust a policeman? Okay, so Mohan is not happy and he doesn't want to trust even the policeman also. So he is not happy with the mother, okay, where she said that there is a cyclostyle machine and she was ready to give it to the police also. The man touched Manju on the shoulder. Mohan, you're still very young. There are many things you don't understand. I'm a policeman, yes, but your father was and still is my friend, and this is my country as much as it yours. Now give it to me quickly. So Manju is trying to assure him that he has really come to help the family, and he also says that he is also country, means he also loves his country, and this Mohan is very small and still he doesn't understand the things, so he wants to take away the machine as soon as possible before the police come to their house to do the search. Okay, they may come any moment. Amma opened the door of the puja room and said, Suman. Suman emerged. Suman, she comes out, wiping her face with her sari, looking anxiously, okay, at them. Come in, Amma beckoned to the man. Come in, Amma beckoned to the man. So she called the policeman. It's here. So she showed the cyclostyle machine. Suman stared at Amma and the man in bewildered, puzzled. So man was, sub-inspector was puzzled. Amma smiled at her and said, you have got to get away, Suman. Okay, so she says Suman to leave the place. Take away all that material, Mohan, will you? So she will ask even Mohan also to take away all the materials that were lying there. Okay. Mohan stared at Amma, at Suman, and finally at Patil, who stared steadily back at Mohan. And suddenly the two smiled at each other. Okay, Amma, Mohan said, and ducked into the puja room. Ducked into the puja room means he went inside the puja room, okay, and he lugged, means he dragged that machine with a lot of effort, okay, and gave it to Patil. So he went inside, Mohan went inside the puja room and lugged, okay, and he dragged that cyclostyle machine with a lot of effort and he handed over to the sub-inspector. Okay. Do you have a luggage? That means luggage means a large bag. Okay. Do you have a luggage bag with you? The man asked. Manju, Amma began. So Amma asked Manju to get the bag. But before she could bring, Babu had already got it. That's fine, the man said. And then they were gone. So all of them left. Mohan, Patil and Suman, they all had left the place. The house seems unbelievably quiet. So everything had become calm, okay, at the earliest intense activity. So many things were happening, okay. So after the machine had been taken away and Mohan had left the place, Suman had also left the place, so all their activity had come to still and the house was entirely calm. Let's go back to bed, Amma suggested. Mohan came back shortly. Suman, Manju asked him anxiously. She's all right, okay. So Mohan, who had taken Suman to leave to her house, he came back. So Manju asked, is she all right? Okay. Go to bed, Manju, Amma said. Bed? With the other police about to come. So she said, why to go? Because anytime the police may come and again we have to wake up. But nevertheless, okay. After a while, she had dropped off at some time. So she lied, drop off at some time means she lie down and come out of her sleep with a jerk to hear a loud knock at the door. She went and slept But again, she heard somebody knocking at the door. It was repeated. They were knocking continuously. Manju sat up in sudden fright. Amma patted her comfortably. Okay, so she patted, she comforted her. Who is it? She asked loudly. Okay, Amma asked, who is that? Open the door, a strange voice ordered. Mohan, see who it is. So Amma said to go and see.